Next, I want to take a look at multiplying a monomial by a polynomial. Our first example we have here is 7x times the quantity 3x squared minus 2x plus 5. This should look very familiar because this is exactly what we did yesterday. The only difference today is that there's variables on the outside of the parentheses. So as usual, we're going to use the distributive property to multiply and distribute through the 7x. So we get 7x times 3x squared minus 7x times 2x plus 5 times 7x. I realize I switched the order there, but go with it. It doesn't really matter since commutative property works with multiplication. So if I go ahead and take a look here, I've got the 7x times 3x squared. 7 times 3 is 21. X times x squared, that's like x to the first, times x squared, that gives me 3 x's, so x cubed. Minus 7 times 2 is 14. And x times x, that's like x to the first times x to the first. It is not x, it is actually x squared. Plus 5 times 7 is 35. And then we have that x on the end. And that is our answer. Looking at the next example, we have 2y squared times the quantity 9y to the fourth plus 4y cubed minus 12y. So I'm going to distribute the 2y squared to all three terms, giving me 2y squared times 9y to the fourth plus 2y squared times 4y cubed minus 2y squared times 12y. So when we go through to simplify this, we first have 2 times 9, which is 18. And then y to the square, y squared times y to the fourth, which is y times y times y times y times y times y, which is y to the sixth. Plus 2 times 4 is 8. We have 2 y's and we have 3 y's, so that gives me 5 y's total. Minus 2 times 12 is 24. And y squared times y would be like y to the first. That would give me y to the third. This last one, I know word problems scare a lot of you, but they really shouldn't. We have a square picture, so let's start by drawing a picture here. We've got a square picture. Is 4x on each side. And it's surrounded by a frame that is 6x on each side, and I'm not going to label all of them. What is the area of the frame alone? So I know that area is equal to my length times my width, which would be, I'm going to start with the frame, 6x times 6x, which if I multiply that out, I get 36x squared. And that gives me all of this. However, a frame doesn't cover up my picture. Therefore, I need to subtract out what's in here, which would be where the picture is. So first I have to find that area. So I know that area is still length times width, which in our case is 4x times 4x. 4 times 4 is 16. X times x is x squared. And I know I have to get rid of that. Get rid of it, we would imply subtraction. 36 minus 16 is 20, and if you recall from combining like terms with adding and subtracting polynomials last week, that x squared stays on there because the last name doesn't disappear just because we're subtracting. So it would be 20 x squared would be the area of my frame.